The first day of summer is here, which means longer days, warmer weather, family vacation, backyard cookouts, and for some of us, the annual tradition of pretending we are going to slow down while immediately filling every weekend with plans.
That is so true. Summer has this way of making everyone think about time differently. You want more time outside, more time with your family and friends, more time to relax, and maybe just a little more time to sit in the air conditioning and recover from being outside for 10 minutes.
Especially here in Texas, sometimes enjoying the outdoors really means walking from the car to the building and then needing a full hydration plan.
But that idea of time is actually a great way to talk about something really important in healthcare. Because for providers, coders, billing teams, and operations leaders, time is one of the things that gets stretched the
Healthcare teams are already busy. They are taking care of patients, reviewing documentation, managing coding, following up on billing, checking for missing charges, and trying to keep everything moving. A lot of work is necessary, but some of it can become repetitive, manual, and time consuming.
And that is where AI in charge capture becomes more than just a technology buzzword. At its best, AI is not about asking busy teams to do even more. It's about helping them work smarter and move revenue forward with less administrative drag.
Emily, I think that's an important point because AI can sound intimidating when people hear it. They may picture some futuristic robot taking over the office, rolling into the billing department and saying, I will handle the CPT codes now.
Which would be impressive, but probably very hard to fit through the door. So AI is not something that just appeared overnight, which what is newer is how AI is being applied to practical healthcare workflows like charge capture, coding, and revenue cycle management.
That is where MediMobile Genesis comes in. Genesis is an AI powered medical coding and charge capture platform designed to help automate charge creation, support CPT and ICD-10 code selection, and assist with MIPS measure generation.
So that means Genesis helps take information from the workflow and turn it into something useful for charge capture and coding. It helps identify what may be needed, supports the code selection process, and helps reduce the amount of manual typing, checking, and chasing that teams have to do right now.
And that matters because manual charge capture can quietly eat up a lot of time. It's not always one huge task. Sometimes it's 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and follow up later. A missing piece of documentation, a charge that needs review, or a question that gets pushed into tomorrow.
Before you know it, all of those little pieces have added up, and suddenly the workday is over, but the work is not really over.
Which is not exactly the summer vibe we are going for.
No, the summer vibe is more like sunshine, lemonade, and not spending your evening tracking down a missing charge.
One of the practical benefits of AI in charge capture is that it can help recognize patterns, support coding decisions, identify missing opportunities, and move work from documentation towards billing with fewer manual touches.
Genesis is designed to improve over time through deep learning and a feedback loop. That is important because healthcare workflows are not one size fits all. Different specialties document differently. Different teams have different processes, and different organizations, depending on scale, have different needs.
So the goal is not to drop in a rigid tool and say, good luck, everyone. The goal is to have technology that can adapt, learn from feedback, and become more useful as it is used.
And this is where the conversation around AI should feel more grounded. Healthcare teams do not just need hype. They need tools that solve real problems. They need less rework, fewer missed opportunities, more consistency, and better support for the people already actually doing the work.
That is the key. AI is not about replacing people. It's about helping people do more with the time, the staff, and resources they already have.
For providers, that can mean less time spent on admin cleanup. For coders, it can mean less time spent on routine review and more focused time on the cases where their judgment really matters. And for billing teams, it can mean charges move faster with less follow up. And for operations leaders, it can mean improving workflow without relying on adding any more headcount.
MediMobile Genesis can help providers and coders save 10 to 20 hours per week with rapid ROI in as little as 1 to 3 months. Those numbers help make the value of AI a lot easier to understand.
Because AI powered workflow automation sounds nice, but getting hours back every week is something people can actually feel.
That time can mean more focus during the day, fewer delays in revenue cycle, and less work spilling over into weekends and evenings.
And outside of work, it can mean more time with family, more time with friends, more time to recharge, or more time to sit outside and enjoy the longest day of the year before immediately remembering how hot it is.
Summer is a good reminder that time matters. And in healthcare, the systems teams use every day can either take more time or help give some of it back.
So, on the first day of summer, it is worth asking a simple question. Where is your team's time going?
If too much of it is tied up in manual charge capture, coding review, billing follow up, and documentation cleanup, there may be a smarter way forward.
MediMobile's Genesis helps healthcare organizations reduce manual work, support better charge capture workflows, and make AI practical in a way that is easy to understand and useful for real teams.
Because better technology should not just make work look better on paper, it should create more room for people doing the work,
More room for patient care,
more room for smarter workflows.
and maybe even more room for summer.
Give your team time back this summer with MediMobile Genesis.
Now go enjoy the sunshine.
Responsibly with sunscreen.